What's going on to all the gamers and gamettes, man? Welcome to a brand new episode of the GamerSection podcast. I am Kano, the brutal guy in this gamer. That's Sinister Tar Heel, and that's K Mega. You know what I'm saying? Hey, but we sorry that we are late, man. We just had a fire conversation about past talks about like VH1, BET, and MTV. Man, it was a dope conversation. But anywho, though, we're gonna get into the show because this is all about video games, and we're gonna stick to the topic of video games. So let's go ahead and dive straight into it. So start off with you, K Mega Man. What you been playing for the week?
Man, I can now since I can say it. I've been playing
Oh, you can
Black
say it.
Flag.
You can say
Yeah,
it again.
yeah. I've been playing. Yeah. I've been playing Black Flag, Resynced, and I've been playing college football 27. That's really been it. Like, I mean, I had a fight night. Like I think maybe twice this in the last week. I'll be doing fight night tonight. But yeah, no, those have been the major games that I've been playing. Having a good time with both of them.
Facts. What about you, Sinister? What you been playing, man?
I played a little bit here and there. Of course, Fatal Fury, City of the Wolves. I finally tested out Kenshiro. Played a little Street Fighter 6. Tested out Ingrid. She's okay to me. And then after that on Steam is Battle Princess Madeline. So anybody out there that she's basically the female version of Arthur from the Ghost and Goblin series. So just to put that out there.
Sounds about right.
Oh, so that new character for Street Fighter, she's out now.
Yeah, Ingrid. Yeah, she came out a month ago.
I'm about to go get her right now.
Yeah, so this will be a month before the new season be out next month with Yasmin. I think that's her name.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so Yasmin will be out in August, and of course, anybody on the Tekken side, Bob will be out next month also.
Yeah, I'll be ready for Bob. Yes, sir.
Yeah, Bob, one of my favorite characters, so I'm definitely gonna be playing Bob. I ain't played Tekken in a minute. But for me though, the games I've been playing for the week, man. If y'all didn't know, man, go check out the GamerSection Media Twitch, man. I've been streaming on there. I've been playing a lot of NBA to run online, man. Well, only thing I can say about that is that they got to really fix their net code when it comes to playing online because a lot of people be over here lag switching and slowing down the game where it's like you can't get the shot in or you can't get the dribble in properly. So, but they got another update coming out this coming month, so I'm definitely excited about that. New characters, more courts, and stuff like that. Definitely been playing a lot of Assassin's Creed Black Flag Resync. I'm at the end of it, and yeah, I'm about to 100% that game with all the achievements. That's the mission I'm on with that game. I've been playing till Welcome to Kowloon. That game pretty much beat down within an hour. It's like a walking horror simulator, so it's very short. And yeah, it's extremely short. And also, I have been playing College Football 27, Road to Glory. We're gonna talk about that because there's a lot of controversy on the single player side. You know what I'm saying, of the game. You know what I'm saying. So we're definitely gonna talk about that though too. That's what I've been playing on Xbox. But on PlayStation, I have been playing Grand Blue Relink English of Ragnarok. We have been playing the heck out of that game. And for PC,
that's DLC, isn't it?
It's like a standalone. It's like DLC, but it's more.
Is it okay? Because okay, because I copped it. I got the first one on Steam, and I was going to get ready to get it. It's really good. I just was like, okay, you know what I'm saying. Just got to wait till hit the budget, but so I'm gonna get it though.
Yeah, it's worth the play. I recommend it. And also,
it's a really good game. Yeah, it's a really good RPG.
Yeah, for sure. And then also, I was playing a free to play on PlayStation that Neverness to Endless or something like that. So I've been playing that game as well. It's actually pretty decent too, though. I would definitely enjoy that. And for PC, I'm playing the game that I can't say that's not out yet. It don't come out till the 15th, so I can't say what that game is. You know, saying that. Shout out to Nate Khan, for sending that code for PC. So yeah, it's pretty solid. You did, but. Anywho, you know what I'm saying? Since to hit them off with that Dubby Energy sponsorship.
Will do. So yeah, listen up, y'all. So, we got Dubby Energy. So if you're grinding through longer gaming sessions, late night streams, or just need extra focus, then Dubby Energy got you covered. There's zero sugar, no artificial colors, packed with clean energy that keeps you going with zero crash.
Yep.
And the best part of it is being part of the GamerSection community. You can just use our code GamerSection at checkout to get a special deal. And seriously, whether you're gaming, creating, or just need a boost, grab your Dubby Energy and level up your focus. That's DUBBY Energy and code GamerSection.
Facts. And not only that, we reached out to Secret Labs about some sponsorship opportunities, man. So y'all stay tuned for that, man. Hopefully everything goes through, man, and we'll be making an announcement if everything falls into place. So y'all definitely stay tuned for that because the gamer section, man, we litty in the city. And also a major announcement, man. We made some progression of the documentary that's coming soon, man. Y'all definitely stay tuned for that, man. It's about to be litty in the city as always. That's how we do at the gamer section, man. We lit all day, every day. You know what I'm saying? We had some, great times. But also another announcement is, man, since I've been streaming on Twitch though, shout out to the homie Silent, aka Andrew Tucker World. We've been doing gamer section after dark, streaming the Division 2. It was a funny stream. Y'all missed that stream, man. Y'all go check that stream out on that Twitch. That was a hilarious stream. You feel me? And we also play Ghost Recon Breakpoint, man. We people and to people that may not know, people don't know I actually make music, so I rap and stuff like that. So if y'all want to hear me and Silent, spit some freestyles and stuff like that, man, y'all definitely check that out, man. I'm telling you, it was lit. You dig over there and. We had a community day situation. I know K Mega had a prior engagement she had to do, so we're gonna run it back. So y'all definitely stay tuned, man. We're gonna give y'all a proper community night. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna do a community night this week. So y'all definitely stay tuned for that, man. It's either Halo 5 or probably Remnant 2. So we definitely see because y'all might want to see us probably rage in that game. You never know. Because that game is not easy. You feel me? I beat Remnant 2 a few times, but it's not an easy game. So we might end up just going back to it. Going back to it for the for me for the umpteenth time. So yeah, definitely stay tuned for that. I'm about to reinstall it. So we're gonna go into that. But anywho, man, let's go ahead and get to the podcast today, man, because it's litty in the city. You dig a lot of topics to talk about. You know what I'm saying? I know K Mega has some on his thoughts when he did on his separate channel, so we might bring it back into the fruition of the show today. So let's go ahead and dive straight into the first topic. So Sinister, take it away.
All right, so everybody knows out there about PlayStation, about ending physical discs in January 2028.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and everybody was livid. Basically, people on the PlayStation fans were livid. I mean, absolutely livid. I mean, it's like, I was like, how can you sit there and take this away? Because, like, for me being a retro game, of course, I game on all platforms, but I love my physical media because, I mean, right there, I got, cases like on my PlayStation games, Xbox, Switch, I mean, you name it. It's like, shoot, I'm old school, but I also get digital games also, so. But even though I lean towards more physical, but however, to the subject at hand, it's like, I mean, people were just not happy. It's like, I mean, you think about it, you spend all this money because like people want ownership. They want to own these games and stuff like that. So that's the way they don't like. Is like, yeah, they're trying to force you just to buy digital only. So now they're out there like having like these protests and like they don't want to buy it. It's like, hey, look. So basically, like what they're doing is they're hurting their chances of people going for the PS6. It's like, I was like, look, is PS6 gonna be all digital? I say, nope, not gonna get my money. I was like, I mean, because I look at it this way, because now, in coming 2 years, you're gonna go to your favorite retailer like Walmart or Target, and you can see nothing but empty cases, but except for if probably have cases, but a digital code is like, what's the point of that? It's like that's just a waste of a plastic, going around carrying a case just for the code and stuff like that, but no disc in it. It's like, no, because like people like who spend their hard-earned money, they want to go in the store. It's like, hey, I want to buy that game right there. They want to make sure like, hey, they get home, they open it up, make sure that disc is inside it, things like that. It's like, yeah, so I mean, Sony is like, man, I mean, this whole generation, they just got arrogant, ever since that major success with the PS4 up until now they start. Making all these boneheaded decisions with the live service games, so now you want to take away physical games? Like, I said no, but of course you got some people out there who want to defend it, fanboys. They want to sit there and defend stuff like this. Like, now, of course, like Kano, I had to, shout out to you. You seen it out there that some people even sold their systems, like that's like, hey, they sold their PlayStation 5, all their games, canceled the PS Plus, so on and so forth. It's like, I was like, Sony, it's just not looking great for you. But what about your thoughts, Vegas?
Man, I mean, I talked about it in my thoughts. I was pretty lengthy about it, but to shorten it quite a bit,
he spazzed out.
It was ridiculous. I mean, listen, I look at this as a positive in a sense, because I think that gamers themselves will finally see who is on their side and who is all about the grift. Mm-hmm. Because, like you were saying, the fanboys, the ones that keeps telling gamers it's all right, it's you'll keep giving an excuse for any and everything. At least they're now exposed, because they're going to still continue to do the grift. This is one thing that bothers the whole entire industry, because Sony is the ones that distribute these discs. They have ownership into these things, and so like shutting down that plant and then trying to dictate how gamers are supposed to play is just another way of, like you said, Sinister, it's arrogance. They felt like, well, we're the king of the platform and of the consoles, and this is what we're going to do. And really, in all retrospect, Nintendo is actually the one that dominates in console sales and also in content software sales. But it still bothers me to the degree that there's so many people in the media that sits there and brought this up, and then they're like, oh, we're going to shoot this away. And I'm so happy for the gamers out there that is saying, no, we're standing on business with this. This is ridiculous. Like me, for instance, like, listen, I buy mostly digital. I get it. So when people keep there and can't make the excuse like we all both, yeah, I got most of my games on digital, but look at this. Look at this. This is a PC version of Cyberpunk. I've showed this quite a few times while I sit there. Look at this. I got discs here. I got so many discs. Like, it's not this, you know what I'm saying? Optional. You know what I'm saying? Like, all these games, I have tons in my closet of hard copies of older games, of modern games. And to me, it's more the thing of like, I want the option to buy what I want to buy. If I want to get something digital, if I want something that's like with Tekken, I always buy multiple copies of Tekken, and I always keep those hard copies sealed. And you know what I'm saying? And then I bought a digital copy. What PlayStation is telling me is like, well, you can still buy the physical, but it's not the same. I don't have the disc. I don't have this. I don't have what's important. Okay, so there was one thing that I got educated on that I always made the mistake of saying, was that, well, the way that it's all constructed, the disc itself is pretty much a coaster. Now, for a live service game only, yes. But for single player games or games that have offline mode, they are not. So, like, case in point, Cyberpunk 2077.
Yeah.
If you got offline mode, which PlayStation and Xbox does, you cannot turn on your online, and you could still play the original version. Now, as buggy as it was especially on when the very beginning when the game came out, especially on the PlayStation 4, it was atrocious, and the Xbox One, they both was atrocious on there. But you can play that game offline and not have to worry about any kind of updates. You can play the game as is, and that's what the importance of offline is. And so there are games that has the capacity to do that without having the online aspect of it. And so I always thought, well, those games had to work with a patch. No, not necessarily. So that's something that I had to get educated on. And so it even made it more egregious that PlayStation was telling you that we're doing this for our benefit. They're telling the gamers out there, hey, we don't give a damn about how you feel about it, because I've never seen PlayStation get cooked like this before, ever. I can never recall PlayStation getting ran through the mud like that. And you know what PlayStation told everybody? So what? What you gonna do about it? And I really hope that the gamers stand on business for that and let them understand, yeah, it is a problem, because it is going to hit the pocketbooks, but that's the only way that you're going to let these people understand that we mean business. Yeah, I know, and they got to hit them more, because at this point, like when we will talk about the EA stuff, when the people gather and make a movement and stop worrying about the console war, it's more important to start talking about, hey, what about us? We are the ones that made your establishment what it is today. And if the gamers have decided, and I thought it was like a really small percentage of like physical buyers, like maybe like 5% or less. No, it's like 15 to 20%. So why the hell would PlayStation want to lose out on that type of money? Like, I mean, and then you also got to think and put in an account that like for other gamers out and across the world, they don't have the same type of access to get those type of games digitally. So they have to get those games hard copied. And so just to take that away and try to dictate the market to follow their standard, it's asinine. And then my last point is how they sit there and they shun the PlayStation, the PC community by also taking their games away, their single player games away. And then like for a game like Token that's coming out that I'm really excited for, those people are going to be, those people have to have PSN in order to play. And there's other regions in the world that won't allow them to play the game, even if they wanted to. So I'm telling you this right now, the PC community is already working on a PlayStation 5 emulator. I've already seen it. It's crazy. They're messing around. Sony's messing around playing games, and they're going to find out. Like, there's one thing you don't want to do is mess with that crumb side of the PC community, because they will find ways to get around, and you will see people playing Wolverine before, hell, maybe some of us will. So it's nuts. And I don't think this thing I think the gaming media and some of these other people want this to go, and the content creators that are all in on PlayStation wants this to go away, but it's not. And that's something that's been really different. And my last point is just saying, like, PlayStation's arrogance is going to finally put a boot up in their ass for this one, because they're not going to get away with it. They're just not.
That's a definitely interesting take, Mega and Sinister. Very interesting. I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to approach this. Should I go on a rant like Stephen A. Smith? But Stephen A. Smith is cool, so I'm not going to do that. You know what I'm saying? So the way I'm going to take this approach, I'm going to take it more in a calm approach. So the way I see when it comes to PlayStation, and I'm going to piggyback off what Sinister say, they're extremely arrogant. It happened to them when the PS3 happened. You dig? And honestly, when they get arrogance, they become even more anti-consumerish. And that's why I like where the direction of what Microsoft is doing and what Nintendo is doing, even what's going on with Steam. You dig? And by the time the next Xbox and PlayStation comes out, people are going to really gravitate way more to Xbox because of the digital formality that's coming together, and you can still keep the physical disc of the game. So I like the way that they're doing that. Now, when it comes to PlayStation, they were just so quiet for a while until they made an announcement about a fight stick that basically lets you know that they're very tone deaf of what the fans has been boycotting about when it comes to physical media. Because, you know, everybody like hard copies of games. Hell, me personally, I like physical media games over digital games, even though the games that we review is digital games. But personally, for me, I do prefer physical media. You dig? I like to play I like the nostalgia of taking your disc out of a case and put it in a console. You dig? But the way that Sony is going about it just shows that they're over cocky and arrogant to a whole another degree. They don't care about their fans; they just care about the consoles. You feel me? It's like Agent Orange say they don't care about the fans; they just care about the votes. But when it comes to Sony, they just care about the money. They don't care about the supporters. They already talking about they still want to continue to do live service games, and people already said that's not the way to go. And the live service has been a flop this generation, and this has been the abysmal worst generation that Sony ever could do with the PS5. And honestly, I hardly even play my PS5. Only time I play is when I got to review games. But outside of that, I hardly even play my PS5 as it is, because when you look at the PS5, when you turn that joint on, the UI seems depressing. You dig? It seems depressing, bro. And then when you turn on your Xbox it seems like you actually are having fun. And you know you're going to get a vibe when you actually playing the Xbox. Nintendo is just the same UI, so you're not really getting that much out of it. You're just getting, okay, this is what it looks like. Okay, I'm gonna play it. But when it comes down to it, when with Sony is people still need physical media. People still want to play games off the physical media. You're doing a lot of anti-consumer stuff that's going to alienate your fans. The fanboys is not helping, you know what I'm saying? Because you know there's a fanboy civil war going on in the gaming space on the PlayStation side. So let them have that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'm just seeing it from. I'm just stating it obvious right now. You know, we're gonna move on because I really don't have so much to say about that. Because at the end of the day, this is all a line of the downfall of Sony if they don't make the changes. If you're going to continue to do live service games, for even going into the next generation of gaming, which it could be next year, which I hope is 2030. That's just my personal opinion. But if they continue to go into the live service realm, then that's going to be their downfall because people are going to gravitate more towards Xbox, which we're going to get into the next topic about Xbox shortly. But people still want that physical media. People still want them exclusive games from Sony. People still want the God of Wars, the Concourse. I'm playing about the Concord, but people still want the Twisted Metals. People want the Resistance, the kill zones. You know, Jack and Dexter, but they think live service is the way to go. But people, what they fail to realize is that live service games have been on a rapid decline. All right, it has been on a rapid decline. The only reason it hit its peak was because of the pandemic. That's when live service was lit. But now live service has been on the decline. And nobody's really gravitating towards live service games like they once was. Am I lying?
Nope.
No, not necessarily. Yeah, it's just a certain few. Yeah.
Yeah. Like it's only a certain few, but majority of it nobody's gravitating to. You know what I'm saying? And then the only reason why people bought and that's what Sony failed to realize. The only reason why people bought the PlayStation 5 because it was a trend. It was a trend. It was a hot commodity. You dig what I'm saying? If you look at it like this, how many sold? Like what, 90 million consoles, 100 million consoles? Okay, you sold around that many consoles, right? But why are your first party titles is not selling at least 5 to 10 million? You dig? And some of these games not even getting past 3 million copies. You dig? Another thing that too though, man, the only reason why people bought the PS5 was because of um the NBA 2Ks, because of the madness, because of the college footballs, because of the Fortnite and stuff like that, and also the hub, if y'all get what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
And y'all bought the hub, y'all bought the PS5 mainly for the hub. But at the end of the day, though, man, physical media is going to be where it's at, man. I think it's not going anywhere in the sense on the Xbox and Nintendo side. But when it comes to PlayStation, I definitely see them just going to continue to alienate their fans. And I feel like, you know, Herman Hoyce and I forgot the dude name is, they really kind of like destroying Sony
Hiroki
within.
Totoki? Was it Herman Holtz or Hiroki Totoki?
Herman Totoki and Herman Hoyce, whatever the other dude name is. But anywho, though, I think they destroying, you know, they destroying Sony within. You know what I'm saying? Like, because Jim Ryan started it off with destroying it, and now they elevating up this destroying the Sony within. Because at the end of the day, you turn Insomniac Games into a superhero studio. You know what I'm saying? You turn Naughty Dog into a movie cinematic game with quick time events. Like let's keep it real. Naughty Dog used to be that studio that everybody really loved. All right, and we're gonna move on to this, but I need to get this off my chest right now, man. I'm sorry. I need to kind of rant a little bit. It's a calm rant. I don't feel like raging, but I'm about to say this. I'm gonna say it again and rewind it. Insomniac Games used to be that place where it had multiple different types of games. Even on Xbox, you had Sunset Overdrive, which is hidden gems, underrated.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
You have now made Insomniac Games into a superhero studio, which all the games that y'all made so far is never superhero games, and that's going to get old after a while. Like Wolverine is cool. I'm definitely excited about Wolverine, but if you just making nothing but superhero games and you're not letting Insomniac make a Ratchet and Clank again or make something new, then it's going to get stale after a while. You turn Naughty Dog into a movie studio in a sense because the games that you have is narrative driven movie cinematic games that with quick time events. We're playing movie games. We're not playing games. You did, and don't get me started with The Last of Us. Y'all milk that game dry to the core right now. It's so dry that the cattle of the cow don't have any milk left. That's just the truth. You dig? And then you got Sucker Punch. You know what I'm saying? We don't know what they're working on after Ghost of Yote. We don't need another Ghost game. We need something new or go back to what made them great with their other games. Like bring back Infamous. Let them work on another Infamous game or something. Like nobody want to play another Ghost game. Nobody want to play another Samurai game right now. You dig? Like bring back the games that has meaning. Go back to the franchises that have meaning. Like we've been saying this for the longest. We know what we want back, but Sony has been tone deaf to the consumers for a long time. And to the fanboys that actually keeps on grifting for Sony, you need to be ashamed of yourself for continuously grifting for Sony, knowing for a fact that they're just basically being more and more anti-consumers each day. It's like Sony versus Nintendo. Who's going to be the most anti-consumers this year? And right now, it's Sony showing that okay, we're going to be the kings of anti-consumers. We just want your money. We don't care about the games. You did, and I'm not happy about the direction that Sony is going right now. I really am not happy about that because at the end of the day, I like some of the Sony games from back in the day. I like the Uncharted. You dig? I like the Starhawks, the Warhawks. I like the Motor Storm. You feel me? The Kill Zones and all this other stuff. You feel me? Even some of the indie games that was on PlayStation 3. You dig? So I'm just very disappointed in Sony, man. I like me, I give praise and give credit where credit's due if Sony doing good. But this has got to be the worst generation and not if not the worst year also for Sony right now. You dig? And then the state of play didn't make it no better because you hardly showed any first party titles. It was mainly multiplats. So Sony got to be ashamed of themselves, man. That's all I really got to say. I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm moving on. Think about it though. Yeah.
No, you're right. You're right. One last point too is that the one thing too is that what other people are not understanding that are in defense of just all digital, like because I get it. You know, what I'm saying majority of people buy digital, but it also affects Xbox. It also affects PlayStation. I mean, Nintendo as well, because if they want to do, let's just say that Xbox wants to do this disc thing, want to have a disc drive. Well, they got to talk to Sony about that, and Sony's not going to allow them to have it at a cheap price like they normally would. So again, that price, who do you think that's going to pay the brunt of that price if they do allow to have that? So what I'm hoping that what Xbox does, and also Nintendo, but mostly Xbox, of course, is to have on the Helix a port of some sort to where if people want to buy a disk drive and implement that, or if they have like a third party vendor or something like that that can make these type of hard drives, that is optional for people to want to take their discs that they want to buy game discs and implement them into their console. That I think that's the smart move, and that also will garner a lot of appreciation throughout throughout the game with gamers all throughout, because of the fact that they're still trying. Know that Microsoft is never going to be looked at or beloved like that, but it will show good faith amongst the gaming community if they say, listen, we're going to buck that trend of what PlayStation is trying to do. We're trying to do have gaming for all. It would be the smart solution for them. But it is crazy how Sony is just constantly doing these type of little things to like even forcing people to have a PSN in order for you to keep your game saves. That's nuts. And also, I don't know if you guys knew this. For the people who canceled their PSN, there is a stipulation under Sony's rules and regulations. If you do not reacquire your PSN in I think it's like 2 years or something like that, 36 months, they will erase all of your digital games that you bought.
Yep.
So they're saying, look, okay, you could be cute if you want to. You're still going to come back, because if not, you're going to lose all of the games that you bought digitally. That is the reason why I said, and I mean it 100%. I'm not buying no PlayStation 6. I'm not doing it. It's not even worth it now. Like, when you're trying to turn into the Apple or whatever of the gaming space, and all you're doing is hurting your customers. And the only reason why you've been as popular as you have is not only because you had a great, successful PlayStation 4 run, but for this generation, it's because of your namesake. You've been around for 30 years.
Hold up, I have to strongly push back on that, nigga. The only reason why people like the PlayStation 4 and 5 is because they can get the free versions of the hub, man.
Listen, I think the PlayStation 4 sit there. It had a slow start, but it kicked ass at the end. You know what I'm saying? I mean, and there was no denying it. And now, right now, they're over here just kind of in flux, and they're not bringing out the software that they need to. It was also like, when I did on my thoughts, I showed the graph of, like, and what you were saying, Kano, it's true. They're not buying these single player experiences like they normally would, because, for one, they're asking for $70, and then now you got people in the industry that's still talking about, well, we need to raise the price to $80 standard, hell, even $100 standard, like for GTA. So you know what I'm saying? So again, affordability is the most important thing to a gamer. And so, like, those free to plays and stuff like that, and the hubs and all that, yeah, that part is important. But the main thing of what PlayStation has done is gave less, and these gamers are not buying these games at the level. I had a graph that I showed that was showing the top 100 PlayStation games bought. And you had to get, huh?
It was Xbox games. It was Xbox games.
Right. But I'm saying, but until you got to a PlayStation first party title, it was like you had to get to like 18 or 20. That shows you how ridiculous it is and how bad they have fallen off when it comes to their gaming lineup. Like, that doesn't make any sense. And like you said, most of those games that was in the top 10 were Xbox games. It was free to play in Xbox games. It's nuts. So, you know, like, you had to get to like Death Stranding 2. Mm-hmm. Death Stranding 2 was like 99 out of 100.
And it didn't even sell well on the PS5. And it didn't even sell well on the PS5 at all.
No, it was the top 100, and that game's been out for a year, and that game got a discount, and it still was in the top 100. That, I mean, it just shows you that the people ain't moving those games like that, like they used to. So it's a crazy situation.
Yeah, and the crazy thing is too, and we're gonna move on though, because this is we already talking about the boycott situation, because people are really canceling their subscriptions and everything and stuff like that. But the only thing I could actually say within that, you know, I'm sorry, my phone going off and stuff like that. But the thing about it is, okay, it's they're being more anti-consumers each day by what they're doing. All right, PlayStation as a whole, you know, their money is going down the drain right now. And I seen an individual talking about the physical media doesn't matter to them and stuff like that, whoop-de-woo. But what you just said earlier about with their whole, the back, if you cancel your PSN and you lose all your media, then you will carry it in. That person that said that, you will carry it in when you lose all your digital media and everything. And believe me, I've been through it too, because I had a different PlayStation account. I had some games on there, and I ended up like losing it, and then I lost a good amount of games that I had on that as well. You did, so I already knew what that felt like. You feel me? So individuals got to understand, though, man. As a gamer, as a gamer, content creator, and all that stuff, man. Physical media matters. Gaming matters. You feel me? And if a person that is saying, oh, you know, the physical thing is not going to hurt me, the digital will, because if you got to think about it too. When you look at Sony, right? When you buy a game and the game sucks, it sucks real bad, they're not going to give you a refund. Nope. When you bought that game, you stuck with the game. You stuck on death row with that game.
He said stuck on death row.
Yeah, you stuck on death row with that game. That's point blank.
Another thing. Not to cut you off, Kana, but I mean, there's another thing about the ownership. It's like, hey, if you bought that game from Sony, it's like, what's going to stop them from cutting out the servers? You can't access that game anymore.
Exactly.
Right. Yeah.
And think about it,
just like with Concord. Yeah.
Now I was gonna say my fault because you're nigga. And that's when you say with that game Cold, what is that? Cold Violent. You know what I'm saying? That dinosaur game that was on PS5 that came out earlier this year. That was a travesty of a game. Yo, with Team Kill Media, they said that everybody was talking about that game was trash, right? They was over there trying to hype up a game like it was fire. And everybody wanted to get refunds for that game. You can't get a refund. Sony has the policy where you can't get a refund. That means when you bought Cold Violent, you're stuck on death row. You can't get that game whatsoever, bro. You stuck with it.
They
You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, though, man, that's why that's why I like Nintendo, and I don't like Nintendo with some of the anti-consumer practices, but I do like Nintendo when it comes to certain games. But when it comes to Microsoft do it justice. They're more consumer friendly. You know what I'm saying? They're trying to do what they can to be more consumer friendly. But Sony, they just doing a complete opposite, and they being tone deaf. Like you're gonna sit there and make that announcement, then a few days later, do you want to promote your fight stick? That possibility that fight stick can break probably within 6 months to a year, and you have to try to get a new one. They don't want to fix it. You know, the customer service is terrible on Sony. That's one of the things. Customer service is a travesty because they don't help you. You basically can't even get a refund of a game. If you don't like the game, you can't get a refund, so you're stuck on death row over there. Okay. And not only that, though, the policy is if you go out of PSN for about 36 months or whatever, you're basically losing all your digital media. So you basically in trouble with that. So that's bad. But I'm not going to give. I would give Sony a benefit of a doubt, but I can't no more. There's no defending Sony within all their practices this generation. This generation has been very abysmal to Sony. They have to hold that massive L, and it ain't a lesson. They just got to hold that loss. You know what I'm saying? So the lesson learned to people that's over here defending. I see people still defending Sony, but you can't defend Sony with their anti-consumerism. You can't defend that PlayStation Pro. The PS5 Pro ain't that much different as the regular PS5 neither, man. That's another thing I noticed, though. It's not that much different. I've seen people say, look at the water, look at the graphics, look at the characters.
Yeah, but the thing is, it's like the cost of the PS5 Pro is just pretty much the cost of a PC. It's like $900, but basically it's $1,000 if you get everything like with the disk drive. So you're paying over $1,000 for it.
Yeah, and there's nothing really different about it, man. Like I seen the difference. Like I looked at Resident Evil Requiem on YouTube one time with the graphical difference on the PS5 and the regular PS5 and the PS5 Pro. It really ain't that much different. Man. I seen a dude on there. I'm not gonna say his name. He tried to make it like it's a big difference, but it's not. You know what I'm saying? This is the problem with these fanboys. They try to make something that is really not. And at the end of the day, man, PlayStation's in trouble, and they're gonna have to be like that 702 song and get it together. But anyways, continue on with PlayStation. God of War, Goofy or Fat Goofy, it releases in 2027. I think it's gonna be spring 2027. We saw the trailer at State of Play. To me, it's still questionable. I'm like 50-50 on it, but would I play it? I most likely would. Them releasing around 2027, cool, but you're releasing it at a time where the PS6 is going to come out, and nobody going to really care about God of War or Luffy. If you put it out spring of 2027, cool, or further winter of 2027, like in the beginning stages 2027, cool. If you releasing it close to the end of where it can be cross-platform for the PlayStation 6, then people are not going to really gravitate towards it on the PS5 side. They're going to gravitate towards more of the PlayStation 6 side. And honestly, I'm not even excited about PlayStation 6. I'm not even excited about Project Helix at all. Now I'll keep it being. I still feel like it's not needed right now. I feel like we still are just not getting games because of that pandemic. But if it does come, it comes. I know I'm gonna have the Project Helix, day one. That's no question. But when it comes down to God of War Luffy, I'm not 100% sold on that game because I haven't seen much. We've seen that gameplay, but that's really it. You basically died and you're in the afterlife and you're just trying to fight. But it seems like when you're in the afterlife for that game, you're fighting forever. Forever. So, and the story just to me, it seems like it's going to be weak. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be a weak story. I could be wrong. Hopefully I'm wrong. But from what I'm seeing with the game, from what I saw, it's the storytelling seems to me it's weak. The weak writing. The action-based part of it's going to be fire. That's obvious because Santa Monica Studios, they know to make some fire like action sequences and gameplay elements that's worthwhile. But when it comes to storytelling, man, for Sony this generation alone, it's been weak as hell. Especially The Last of Us Part 2. I'm going to forever say that's one of the weakest storylines I've ever seen. And you're going to kill Joel off on the Last of Us Part 2, and you could have killed him off on the third one? Really, Sony? Really? But anyway, I digress, man, because I ain't trying to. I'm not trying to rant, man. I'm trying to be calm, cool, collected today. But God of War, Luffy, you know, I have to see more. Hopefully at the next State of Play, I think it's in September. Hopefully they show some, you know, something more with God of War Luffy, give us a release date, and hopefully it has a more in-depth tune to the story. Because you seeing a gelatin green cube talking with the sword, and that right there threw a lot of people off, and people are not going to be like, to me personally, man, my perspective of it is just like, that threw me off. I'm like, a green gelatin cube talking to you, and you got a sword with a ribbon on it, and you don't even know what else it can do and stuff like that. You're not really showing me much of excitement. You just showing me something that's like, okay, cool, we see that game, what's next? Like, have you ever like looked at a game and be like, okay, it's cool, so what's the next game? That's what God of War Luffy gives me. It gives me like, okay, that's cool, what's the next game? You know what I mean? I know, like, I'm a God of War fan, but God of War Luffy is like, you're gonna be fighting forever and ever in the afterlife. You know what I'm saying? And you got to fight the other gods and stuff like that. And then you got these weird looking monsters. You feel me? One of them look like it's been anally raped multiple times too, with the paint on its face. So it's just like, what can you contest about that game, man? Just like, I'm not sold on it right now. I got to see more. You got to wow me. It's like this generation, man. When it comes to gaming, man, it's not like how it was back on the PlayStation 2, OG Xbox, and the GameCube, man. They had so many games that would wow you. It's just like when it comes to games like that coming from Sony, you know, it doesn't give you that, oh my God, this is amazing. You just get that, okay, what's next? You know, but I'm going to stop talking about it. But what about you, K-Mega?
I mean, honestly, I pretty much almost everything that you said, except for the fact I do find the game interesting, but it did throw me off with the cube. You know, anything that has to pertain with God of War, I'm a huge fan of God of War, so I would like to play it, like to give it a shot. I think that what Corey Balrog done with this version of God of War has been cool, except for maybe the little 2D game that they had out there, which I have no interest in playing that. But yeah, like I said, I agree with you about just the gaming lineup with PlayStation. And I think that it will have a chance, but the transfer over, if they are bringing the PlayStation 6 in 2020 next year, then I think that they're really only opportunity, because I mean, once somebody sees $1,000 console or a $900 console, or hell, even an $800 console, it's not going to fly off no shelves, Jack. It's just not. So you could try to entice with all these enhancements all you want to. The reality of it is that, like, if you're still trying to charge an extra $10 like you did with the transfer of games, like they did between the PlayStation 4 to PlayStation 5, then you also having somebody to over buy a game for $70. Then you want to transfer that game for $10. That's $80 on top of a $8,000 to $1,000 console. Nah, man, it ain't gonna work like that. You're gonna have to package and bundle one or two games at least to go with the PlayStation 6. You have to. You have to. On top of that, with their library to be transferred over, which most likely they will, but are they going to do that same thing of, like I just said, about the $10 extra for these games to get enhanced? That's crazy to me. So we'll see, but I hope the game does well. But a lot of people still feel kind of the same way. I still see people kind of dogging out the cube thing. And also you got those group of people that kind of just don't like women protagonists for some strange reason. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know where the game is going to go, but I'm still interested in it.
I'm sorry to cut you off. You know what it is though?
No, you're fine. I'm done.
I got you. I'm gonna say this, and I'm Sinister got something to say. We're gonna move on. when people get mad about a women protagonist, they got to go all the way back to Lara Croft and Tomb Raider back in the day, and can go further than that with some other games, right?
Metroid. I mean, Samus is a woman.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like, come on.
Yeah, so I'm like, if any individual gets mad that a woman is a protagonist, you have to question their integrity. That's what you said back in the day. I'm gonna use what you said. You have to question their integrity, because you got to think about that. If a person gets mad that a woman is a protagonist, it's like you being mad at your own mother for being alive. So it's like, why? What is the point in being mad at a female protagonist? I personally don't see nothing wrong with it. You dig what I'm saying? I'm all for it. You feel me? So it's nothing wrong with that. You dig? Even with the intergalactic game that's coming up for PS5, is you're playing as a woman. So what? I'm going to enjoy the game regardless if the game is good. You dig? So it's like, why are you people so butthurt and crying that you're playing as a woman? You dig? Unless you want to, unless there's something you got to get off your chest, and unless you got something that y'all want to tell us. You got some y'all got some y'all want to give y'all chest? Huh? Y'all got some that's on y'all?
Well, they'll tolerate somebody that looks like Eve from
Stellar Blade.
What's that? Stellar Blade. You know, I'm always calling it her thickness in yams, but yeah, but you know, they'll tolerate that. That's what they want. If not, then if a woman looks normal in the game, then obviously that's a problem with them, which is really goofy. I don't know.
No, I think it's something else. It's beyond that, and you already know what I'm getting at. Yeah, I think that's what it is. But anywho, though, Sinister, what are your thoughts, man?
I mean, as far as this game goes, I'm like you. I got to see more before I can, fully get invested into it. Like, but seeing the Sword of the Cube is, it's like, okay. I mean, I'm not surprised about it. I'm sure everybody was tripping about it. I was like, what the heck? I was like, I'm talking to with the sword in it. It's like, I mean, you're in the afterlife. What'd you expect? You're gonna see all kinds of things there. But so, anywho, but I've seen a lot of people making fun of it, call like God of Laundry. But I mean, to me, with the title is like, I mean, yeah, you put God of War at the top and you put Luffy as the subtitles. Like, if you probably put Luffy a God of War saga, okay, you probably attract. I mean, I'm not gonna trip about it. But however, it's like, if those have a problem with them, it's like, yeah, you need to get out of that basement. It's like, yeah, you have issues like with women and stuff like that. But anyway, as far as this game goes, like, I mean, I read even further. Like, of course, with the last topic, it's like, oh, is this game gonna come with a disc? It's like, well, according to some, it's like, well, the game will come out on the disc. So I was like, yeah, but you got from now to 2028 to enjoy the games. But as far as sticking to the focus of this one, is like, I mean, yeah, I like the God of War games. Like, I mean, yeah, a lot of they're in their fans. Oh, we're not playing Kratos. Is not in it. It's like, how could be God of War not Kratos? Like, okay, it's like, I mean, Kratos is always gonna be there, but hey, there's times like, hey, like, let him have a breather. Let somebody else, hey, have a turn. Like, have the spotlight. I'm sure there's a lot of lore out there that people want their side of the story, their perspective being told. It's like, this is this is her point of view in the afterlife. We saw what happened to her in 2018. Blah blah blah. So now you get to see fully invested what's happening to her in this other world. The afterlife. Like blah blah blah. So I was like, yeah, if you got a problem with it, just don't buy it. Go outside and touch some grass.
Honestly, bro, that game it's going to sell, but it ain't going to be like highly sellable game based off the fact that we've been saying this all generation. These supposing fans that supposed to be loving PlayStation don't really support their first party titles, and that game right there, I don't see it getting past like between 5 to 10 million copies. So I feel like it probably gets sold between 2 to 3 million copies sold at this point, because they don't really support their games like that. The fanboys, like I told you, there's a definition what I like to call social gamers, and people don't understand that definition. The definition of a social gamer is this: they buy the game, they play it for probably about 20 minutes, talk about the game, and don't touch the game ever again, and just to say I have the game. That's the definition of a social gamer. You dig? Now, anywho, we're gonna go ahead and move on to the next topic. and this is gonna be two topics in one big topic. So Xbox lays off about 3,200 employees going through a restructure, and also Toys for Bob. They actually want to make a Banjo Kazooie game. So we're gonna break it down bit by bit. I'll start it off, and then whoever's else going to speak on it, they can speak on it. Now we're in July, and this is like we're getting close to the middle of the month. You know what I'm saying? But in the beginning of July, they had the layoffs. It was bound to happen after the showcase. That always happens. It's nothing new. But people don't know that these 3,200 layoffs is just only about 3.2% of the employees that works at Microsoft. So they still got a hell of a lot of employees at Microsoft and in the Xbox division. Another key thing that I'm going to put emphasis on, none of the studios that they said closed down, there was rumors that it was closing down, never closed down. It was about four studios. Two of them has been bought up to a company, and another two actually has gone back independent. And that's Compulsion and that's Double Fine Productions, which I think those are some phenomenal studios. Let's get that clear. All right. Now, again, I'm gonna say it one more time. 3.2% of the Microsoft employees that got let go, and they have a hell of a lot of employees left. And we're still going to get some phenomenal games. And not only that, I should put out a major memo in there. And what I was reading is that the multi-platform strategy failed because a lot of the games did not sell on the multi-platform side, as far as going to PlayStation and all that. So now they look like they're going back to exclusive games, which I think that's a great look. And they're going back to the key franchises that helped them make a lot of money, which I think is a beautiful thing. So
should have been that.
exactly. Now, Toys for Bob, they want to make a Banjo Kazooie after the Spiral game. I'm all for it. You heard me? Because we haven't had a Banjo Kazooie game in forever, and it's needed. You dig what I'm saying? Oh snap! K Mega got something to say. I can see it on his face.
No. I'm gonna let Sinister go after you. I'm gonna save what I got to say. So
yeah, it's written all over your face. You ain't even got to say a word. But 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 what I'm saying is though, this dude came back crazy. But anyways, though, man, what I have to say is though, with them losing them employees, that's unfortunate. I don't wish nobody to lose their job. You know what I'm saying? I know at the end of the day, though, I feel like Microsoft, they're going to turn around and create some phenomenal games, some first party titles. I'm definitely looking forward to the Gears of War E-Day that's coming out in October. I know K Mega and I know Sinister we all hyped for the E-Day because we haven't had not God of War, Gears of War game since 2019, if I'm not mistaken. Mm-hmm. So I'm definitely looking forward to that. And then what I do notice too, I did do some digging behind the scenes and stuff like that. I did talk to a few people myself and stuff like that. They originally wanted to take Halo, Combat Evolved, Fable, and all these other games off of PlayStation, but a deal was already in place. You dig? Before any of that happened, a deal was already in place, and I think that was L on Phil Spencer in the part. They should have stayed off there. But honestly, looks like after Fable and all that, they're going to go back to exclusivity in the realms of all of that anyway, which I think is a good thing because it brings out competition in all platforms. And I feel like them going back to the exclusivityness of the ecosystem, that's a beautiful thing because if they want to make their console sell and help their console sell, go back to exclusives. That's a beautiful thing. Now, speaking on Toys for Bob real quick, I'm gonna be brief on that. A Banjo-Kazooie is definitely needed, man. We haven't had one since Nuts and Bolts. And also, you can play all the Banjo-Kazooie, Banjo-Tooie games on Rare Replay if you got Game Pass or if you hadn't already got the game on the physical media already. You know what I'm saying? Because Banjo-Tooie, Banjo-Kazooie, those are classic games. There's one particular game that I want to see Toys for Bob do or Rare do. Bring back a Conquer Bad Fur Day. We need that. You hear me? But I'm excited for what Microsoft is doing. I'm excited for Asha. Asha, she seems like she ain't playing no games. She's serious about trying to make Xbox that best place to play. You dig? You know what I'm saying? And she's really trying to right the wrongs of what's going on behind the scenes. And it look like Amy Hood and I forgot the other dude's name. I always forget that dude's name. Centiar, whatever his name is, man.
Oh, Sadia.
Sadia, they giving Asha the keys to drive and letting her do what she needs to do. So I'm actually happy for what they letting her do. You dig what I'm saying? Now, as far as everything else is concerned, though, they was talking about ID software. They was talking about that's closing down, which they debunked that real fast. They got basically the same team members that they've had from the 2016 Doom, I believe. Um, I wish they would make a new Rage game. I wish they do a Rage 3. That'd be fire. But that's still cool. We're still gonna see games in that caliber of the Dooms, the Quakes and stuff like that. We know Obsidian, they had they said Avowed 2 was canceled, but that room was debunked as well. So they are working on Avowed 2. And they're working on the next Fallout game. I think Fallout New Vegas 2 or something like that. So that's cool. I know K-Mac, he's hype right now. He's excited, bro. He's over there looking like Johnny with G Withers, dude. I'm hyped, man. Come on, dude. But
oh wow, no, bro.
but 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 I'm gonna chill, man. Go ahead, just speak your piece, man.
I'm gonna be brief about it because you pretty much explained some of the things I want to say. But as far as ID software, it's like, yeah, I'm glad they came out and they cleared this up. It's like everybody thought, oh, it's done. We're never seeing another Doom. No, their games are still gonna come. Just like I said, what they said in there, like back in 2016, they had that same small team. They still got things done. So yeah, so slow your roll there. So. As far as the 32 jobs being cut, it's it's business. It's like stuff like that happens, because especially the way this economy is going right now, it's but we've been talking about the past few podcasts and stuff like that, but it's the reality that we're dealing with right now. It's and I hope those who got laid off, hopefully they find work elsewhere, because I hate, seeing anybody lose their job and stuff like that, but. I bet with Asha, she had to do what she had to do. It's hey, just to go through a whole restructure, recess. Hey, it's great. She's gonna bring back those exclusives. That which should have been needed, especially when under Phil's leadership. But I digress. But it's just now this we got to see the believe. All right, she's done this. That's cool. All right, and start coming out. I know they're already working on, so I'm giving them the chance to get that done, but. As far as everything else, all for nuts and bolts, but it'd be great to see Banjo-Kazooie come back because it's been forever ever since Microsoft bought Rare because they only had those 2 games and that was it. It's and now it's good to bring something back, bring another franchise back from the dead because there's a lot of franchises I like to see from Xbox come back, but but I'm not gonna ramble on about that, but but anywho, but. Just to get down to it, it's just the reality of it, because there's gonna be a lot of layoffs everywhere in the gaming industry, and of course outside of that too. But that's just the way it is. But
but the thing about it is,
tag in.
but I got. Let me piggyback off that real quick though, man. I don't understand why individuals would go on a whole nuclear rampage when something happens with Xbox, but when something happens with PlayStation, you're like, oh, but it's okay, man. It's all right, man. It's okay, dude. You know what I'm saying? It's somebody's gonna right their wrongs. When it comes to Xbox, oh hell no, man! Forget Xbox. We're gonna boycott Xbox. We're gonna cry to everybody. That stuff. You feel me? So, I'm gonna just say this, man. I'm hyped for gaming as a whole. You see what Microsoft is doing? I'm hyped for it, and I'm all for it because at the end of the day, I like to see the fight in the dog. I like to see the competitiveness with gaming. It makes the best games come out and it makes us excited to play these games and enjoy these games. You dig what I'm saying? And I'm loving what I'm seeing, what Microsoft is doing. Hopefully it puts a fire under Sony to do better with their games. And hopefully Nintendo starts to get out of its shell and take creative risks like they once did. Well, actually, Nintendo never took creative risks. They always been putting out the same style games for centuries.
They always like to play it safe.
Yeah, they always play the same. So they the Mario games. We almost got the same type of Mario's. The same thing with Zelda. Yeah, I take that back, man. I digress. You feel me? But at the end of the day, you feel me? Sony and Microsoft, those are the 2 competitors. Nintendo, they all in their own little lane. So I'm excluding Nintendo. I like Nintendo, but I'm excluding them out. I want to see the competitiveness when it comes to Microsoft and Sony. So hopefully Sony will get their head out of their behinds and really start being competitive and start creating other games outside of live service games, because a live service games ain't where it's at. And Microsoft put more exclusive, because you got to think about them exclusives like Elder Scrolls 6 being exclusive to Microsoft, because people don't realize that Oblivion, when it was on the 360, that was exclusive, and Morrowind 3, Elder Scrolls Morrowind 3, Morrowind 3, I'm sorry, that was exclusive. Then you had Jade Empire that was exclusive. So what I'm saying is, though, all these games and stuff like that, man, being exclusive to Microsoft, it will say then that Xbox got games and PlayStation ain't got no games. But I know Mega, I know he wants to speak, and I know he's about to.
No, it's okay.
No, I know you, Mega. I know you, man. So he about to go ham. I'm turning my mic off. You got the floor. Turning my mic off.
I'm okay. So I'm going to be a little different on this aspect of it. Like I told y'all at the beginning of the show. Well, before we started, like I talked with because I talked to some people within the industry or within Xbox. Mm-hmm. And one of these people got laid off. They were one of the people that have been laid off. They've been there for years. And we was having some conversations and stuff like that. Like, again, I'm not going to say no names or nothing like that, but I feel bad for brother. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, damn, you know what I mean? So I know it's only 3%, and I know it's for how they were talking about the bloodbath and things of that nature in the studios. Yes, you know what I'm saying? There was a lot of people that got a lot of pie in the eye. What'd you say?
He said it was a bloodbath. Who told that lie?
Oh, that's what the gaming media was calling it. They were saying like this was from wherever they got this information from so-called somebody that was insider that was a ex worker at Microsoft, that it was going to be a bloodbath, that there was going to be all these studio closures and there was going to be a major layoffs, and Xbox was going to sell, like Microsoft was going to sell Xbox off, all this, right? Like, anyway, I understand all of that stuff, and most of that stuff was a bunch of BS, but it's still, it is 3% of the people that was working space. But what's sad is that what if you are one of that 3%? Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So you got to put that perspective in, and I know that we put the number behind it, all that. There was somebody that was in my chat that on Twitter that was basically, and they made a perfect point. They were like, listen, we as consumers, we care about, like, this was just like something that happened to Amazon, and somebody and Amazon laid off a whole bunch of people. At the end of the day, we're still caring more about our packages coming to us on time than we are for people like that. So again, I still want to put the human perspective into people losing their jobs because of incompetence, and that's what this all comes down to. And listen, I have so much admiration and respect for Phil Spencer, but there was a lot of the ball being dropped here. And the one thing that I think it was because Phil trusts in others too much. Yeah. Case in point, Pete Hines. Let me show the game.
Don't do it, Bloodbath. Don't do it, Bloodbath.
Yeah. Let's show that game. Let's show it. Okay. Yeah. So Phil goes into the studio and says, hey, he calls or whatever and sit there and video chat, whatever, say, how the game doing? Pete Hines says, we good. He trusts him. They've had a long relationship. Yeah. And then Pete Hines get up there and starts talking about, well, Game Pass is really not that important. We don't really need to put our games on Game Pass. I think the products that we bring out and stuff of that nature. Oh yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, we should charge $70. Our product speaks for itself. Really? Now listen, I like the game, but when this game first launched, we cannot deny it was hot ass garbage. Yeah, it was hot ass garbage. I had to play it on my PC in order for it to run and play decent. And it still needed a patch for the PC version. The console version was absolutely horrible. And so when you got people like that, they'll come to you, and then Phil's in there is having these great relationships with people, and then all of a sudden, this is the result as he's over here breaking his back and putting his trust into them and saying, "Oh, you know what? All right, cool." And then when he sees what the product is from IGN, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, that's a huge strike. Well, what happened? Pete Hines, he quits or he gets let go, whatever the case may be. Then he gets out there, and what he's been doing for the last couple of years is talking shit about Game Pass and about Xbox management. You were a part of Xbox management, bro. So again, it goes through all the things that was going on within each studio at Xbox. One of the biggest problems that I seen, you having up to 14 people being managers. How is anything getting done? I mean, case in point, look at just what happened with the studio that's making State of Decay 3. It's taken them, what, 8 years in order for them to make State of Decay 3, and they still don't have State of Decay 3 out yet. Mm-hmm. That's a problem. That's a problem. Listen, I love Ninja Theory with everything that I can just muster. I think that there's a fantastic studio. I always thought that they were the golden standard when it came to graphics and their vision. Stop it, hush your mouth. And they and the fact of it is that they've only given us they're only giving us Hellblade 2. And Senua's coming, but it ain't coming until next year, and they're not even a part of Xbox Studios anymore. Right? So the only two that I could really look at and say that they were putting in a little work, even though the Compulsion Games only brought out like maybe 2 games, even really one under Xbox's umbrella. Well, they brought out 3 games, but they only put out what? 1, which was South of Midnight.
Yeah.
And then you look, at least Double Fine brought out at least 2 or 3 games. They brought out at least 3 games under Xbox's tenure, but again, only 1 out of those 4 studios only brought you like 1 or 2 games, or none. That's unacceptable. And so when you also have the situation that's going on at Halo Studios with that, I was kind of giving you a rundown about what they were talking. Well, now the media is trying to do and go in and trying to single out Pierre because he's hard nosed. I think maybe that's what Halo Studios needs. I mean, listen, I don't think anybody in this room has not been in a situation where we had a hard boss to deal with, a person that's no nonsense. And what you do, the first thing you deal with is like, okay, you know what? I ain't even tripping with this motherfucker. I'm finna sit here and I got a check to get at the end of the week. So I'm gonna do my job, get it done, and then we pushing. And then once I become a vet at this job, then we can have our conversations. You know what I'm saying? Because then at that point, it's a trust factor to where he's like, well, I know that this person's going to work for me. Well, okay, you can give me some pushback. But if you coming in here and you over here caring more about your vacation than you are getting a proper Halo out, then hell yeah, as a manager, I would be pissed off. Bro, get your shit together. You know what I mean? Like the last time that we brought a Halo game out, it had to get delayed, and it was Halo Infinite was a good game. It was a solid game, but it was still bare bones in a lot of places, and there was still incomplete information that we didn't get from all the other Halos previous to that because it had to be chopped down because it had to hurry up and be rushed out.
Yeah, and then let me say this real fast. Not only that, when it comes to Halo Infinite, man, like when it comes to the character dialogue, it was really 3 people you was using throughout the whole game that you was talking with the whole game.
Right. Like, I mean, and there was so much, like, when you're looking at that Guardian that's way out in the field, like, I can go out there? Well, no, you can't, not at this point. And then there was the rumors of the DLC and all that, like, I can't wait to see what they're going to do and tie up and link up, you know what I'm saying? And then the cheaply made versions of we got to read of what other Spartans had to go through. Like, I mean, this is what Team Osiris, this is what Shadow Team, this is what Yellow Team had to, like, that's disgusting to me. Like, I was really disappointed in that aspect of it. Like, I wanted more in-depth stuff, like with some visuals and things like that. Like, I mean, it's a Halo game. But that's what I'm saying. Like, all in all, though, this is a very important time for Xbox. Very important time. And you got these layoffs. You got people all on your back because of these layoffs. You got a lot of people that's going to be venomous and start saying more negative things about Xbox going forward. You better do your due diligence. And the games better be coming out, and they better be coming out correctly. They better be coming out with heat. And you got to start bringing those exclusives back. And when you're talking about Banjo-Kazooie, I don't care about Banjo-Kazooie, but I know that people's been asking for it for what, 20 years? Yeah. Or plus. I don't know when the last Banjo-Kazooie came out. I know it's been a long time. Bring it.
It's been over 20 years.
Bring it. Yeah, so bring it. There's been so many games that Xbox Gamers has been asking for. And listen, this is another thing too. The gamers, we're going to have to put our money where our mouth is. Because we've said for once, we want creative freedom. Well, they gave us creative freedom. We got the South of Midnight. We got the Hellblade 2. We got Psychonauts 2. We got all these other different games, you know, even if some of these games weren't for everybody, but they did bring things of all different genres to the table. And a lot of us still didn't buy them. Now, on this show, yes. And people that are listening, yes. But for the most part, a lot of these people will sit there and talk about what they want as creative freedom and this, that, and the third. Well, Xbox provided that, and y'all didn't do this. And then they had to make the moves that they had to make and then take away the exclusives. And then, hell, that didn't even work because PlayStation gamers don't buy their shit. So here we are. So now they're going back to the original recipe, and I'm like, good. But it is very important for the gamers to stand on business. Okay, so we want exclusives. We want competition. Hey man, you either get that Game Pass Ultimate, or you go ahead and you buy every game that's that's supposed to be dropping that you've been bragging about. If not, then if whatever happens to Xbox after that, well, it is what it is, and you're a part of the problem. So it's a trying time for Xbox right now at this point, but I can see them getting through it. But they have to be smart with their approach, and the games that they got to bring has got to be just fire. They can't bring, you know what I'm saying, the cute little like interesting indie type of games. No, you leave that for ID Xbox. Xbox just needs to come out with the bangers, and that's it. Right. That's it.
That's true. Well, I'm gonna just go ahead and say this, man. Like when it comes to Xbox, I don't think it's more of a trying time. I think this is more of a redemption period, because even though they had the layoff going on, I feel like they're gonna correct the mistakes. It seems like Asha's really seeing what went on when Phil Spencer and Sarah Bonds took over, like was there, and I feel like, you know, there was jobs that wasn't being put in proper place. And the key thing another key thing that I say that needs to be fixed from Microsoft, they really seriously have to better their marketing, because their marketing has been very abysmal for years, and they have to really better their marketing. And like I said, I'm always going to bring this up because it was 2017. We was doing this stream. This was when we was in that other group. I ain't going to say the group name, whatever. And we heard Aaron Greenberg say that they had the best lineup in gaming history. I looked at that screen, looked at Aaron Greenberg crazy. I'm like, you really going to say this is the best lineup? Or we had Forza Motorsport 7. You had Super Lucky Tales. You dig? And a couple other, and that Disney Typhoon game, Zoo Typhoon and all that. And I looked at that. I'm like, you out your rabbit mind saying these are the best games? Man, bro, I was like, that's how I was feeling. But it's just that, and we're gonna move on. We're gonna get into the last few topics of the show. But honestly, though,
that's right. Go ahead, do your thing. I mean, you know, it's Sinister that's over here going to be the one we got to deal with.
Oh, thanks.
Sinister's time is limited. Like, you know what I'm saying? That man sits there and say, hey, it's time to go. It's time to go.
Nah, I feel that. I'm gonna speak for them. Let's do Sinister. Let's do Mega Wild. But no, I'm gonna go ahead and say this though, man. It's just that the key thing that they really gotta truly fix is their marketing, man. You feel me? I don't know what Aaron Greenberg is doing. I don't know what's going on that marketing department, but they got to do a better job. They got to make sure they have so much promo for their games. Like Halo Combat Evolved, they can be prepping up some major promo for the game. It can go on TVs. Like let's say you're watching NBA or something like that. Gears of War E-Day comes out and stuff like that. I want to see the Gears of War E-Day on the TVs while I'm watching my Pelicans game, or when, you know, Mega watching this OKC game. And stuff like that, or when Sinister's watching his Thunder game, his Warriors game. So
he's right. Yeah, you're a Thunder fan too. Yeah, you can be a Thunder fan too. Sinister, come on through, join us.
I'm good. I'm good when I'm
He said, "Nah."
But what I'm saying is though, man, it's just that Microsoft just got to get better at their marketing, man. Because if they want to compete on that levels of
They do.
Sony, like I give Sony credit where credit's due, they're very strong when it comes to marketing. They're good at that.
Yeah.
But when it comes to Microsoft, they got to compete on that levels and do a better job budgeting and how to market. They can't just go off of what word of mouth or what fans say. They got to really put press to TVs, press to internet, the whole nine to really market
We need more
their
commercials
product.
from them.
Exactly, and if they do that, it'll do it justice. Because, like, okay, with the 360, I remember when they started promoting the Xbox 360 heavy. When they started doing that, like when they did that jump roping commercial, I know y'all remember that commercial where they doing that.
Yeah.
It was the whole slogan was jump in. They were using the jump rope commercial and talk about the 360 a little
Oh
bit.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
That's what it helped a lot of people, and people was gravitating to 360. You know what I'm saying? They really got to figure out what made Xbox great in the realms of the OG Xbox and the 360. You know what I'm saying? And when they do well, because I got a feeling they're going to make a massive turnaround. They cannot get arrogant. They cannot get overconfident. They got to keep. They can't. They got to never take their foot off the gas when they do what they do. You dig? But that's neither here nor there. But anyway, let's go ahead and move on, man. We're gonna talk about Assassin's Creed Black Flag right quick. You feel me? Because I know we all been playing. I'm like at the close to the end of the game. I've been playing the heck out of that. So
Yeah. So I mean, I'll probably say a little bit, but I'm sure you guys will talk a little bit more about it.
okay, well I say it like this. I'll let Kim go first. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Okay. Yeah, I got. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
now I will say, what is it that you like and didn't like about the game? Like, give them your perspective about the game.
Okay, well, so like I've owned that game forever, but I've never really actually played the game until here recently. I've started it, like maybe played a couple of hours and then backed off. So I can't do a full comparison of this version compared to back to the versions that I have. But I can say is that it's got my interest completely. Like I sit there and kind of was a little slow playing a little bit, was playing other stuff, and then like I was on a Street Fighter kick like crazy, and until I got to level 100, and then I finally jumped on it, and then I've kind of just been on it, and man, it is the one thing I could tell you is that it doesn't seem like to me a traditional remake. It seems like it's its own entity, like playing it on the Xbox. It looks good, it plays well. I play it on the performance mode, and I'm just like, damn, this looks and plays amazing. And I'm still following within the story. I got about like 30 hours into it now, and I think like I don't know yet if like, because I know a lot of people say that this is the best Assassin's Creed. I'm not there yet, but I am seeing all the potential in it. I'm really I think that what I've been engaged with the story right now, like I've been doing a lot of like hunting for different sharks and just kind of like plundering other ships. I'm over here trying to get my boat, my ship strong enough to where I can jump in and attack some of them big ass boats, like so I can start there and start plundering that. But just going in and just the wandering, the exploration. Graphically, like I said, it's beautiful. Like even on the, you know what I'm saying, even on you playing it on the Series X, and and I even got downloaded on the PC because I got Ubisoft Plus. And so I wanted to see how it was on that, and it looks great. But still, I'm really thoroughly impressed with the Xbox version. So I'll just most likely just keep playing it on there. But I just think that it's impressive all the way through. And I think that, and I would recommend it to anybody. As somebody who is kind of like into the open world, the kind of the open world, because seems like a more open world kind of game. It's not closed off like the other Assassin's Creeds that I played. Like this seems more open, especially the water exploration and things like that. And that I'm really impressed with it. I think it's a definitely go get buy. If you played the first one and loved the first one, I think that people will be really, really pleased with this version because it seems like a modern game. It doesn't play like an older game.
Now, facts. And, shout out to Mr. Kima. You know what I'm saying? He said, you guys are having a great show, man. Appreciate that, man.
Man, appreciate what's going on, Mr. Kima. Long time no see. Yeah.
Figure the facts, no fiction. For me, from my perspective of Assassin's Creed Black Flag Resynced, man, everybody know I'm a big fan of that game. They did do a lot of things differently. I'm gonna give y'all a quick compare and contrast with it. Now, on the original Assassin's Creed 4, you had to really like go through I'm gonna say the word now. I'm gonna say it wrong, and I'm gonna butcher the word. The anomalies or whatever, where it had a little side story. Yeah, we had a little side story within the midst of it. And this one, it doesn't have to. They took all that out. They gutted it out, and you just straight up into the game, which I actually love. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And graphically, it's one of the most impressive games. I look at this game on the levels of Resident Evil Requiem and even Crimson Desert. You know what I'm saying? It's up there for Game of the Year contender. That's Figgy Facts No Fiction because it actually has a compelling story. Graphically, it's great. Don't have any bugs in the game that I came across in the game. I'm enjoying every bit of it. Now, the only downside to it is they do have microtransactions. And there is some heat about it, but not like major heat behind it. Because they do want you to buy cosmetics, which I personally don't care to buy the cosmetics. I'm just playing as it is. You feel me? You know, and shout out to Ubisoft too, because they did provide us codes for the game.
Yes.
Excuse me. And we been playing the heck out of it. Like I said, I'm at the end of it. And the review's already out now, so I'll definitely take a look at that. But it's one of those games where you really take your time with it to get to really know the story. You get to play the little mini games on there, like checkers and some other stuff on there. You get to be on a ship. You actually be a pirate, an assassin pirate. You dig? And you get to have two swords where you can do wield and just go ham against the enemies. You get to shoot a gun. There's so many things that you can actually do in the game that's like worthwhile. You know what I mean? And I love that game. You feel me? And pretty much after this podcast, we're going to play some more of the game. You feel me? Yeah, I'm definitely loving it, man. I'm loving, like I said, the graphics. They really upped the ante on the graphics, man. They added more vegetation in the game. Like on the original one, they didn't have that much vegetation in the game. You dig? But it has a lot of vegetation. You dig? And it has a lot of like the water reflections is on point, man. It's a phenomenal game through and through. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely recommend it. And also one key thing early in the game, go get your boat built up. Not build, but go upgrade your boat as much as you can with the money that you get because when you fight them legendary ships, they will get at you for real. You in a few hits from what they shoot, they'll sink your ship fast. So you're really gonna have to upgrade your ship to the highest capacity. That's what I had to do. And if y'all didn't get far in the game at all, spoiler alert, they have these missions where you go underwater and get all the treasure. That also helps you get a lot more money. So y'all definitely tune into that. Tap into it whenever you can. But I recommend it. I definitely recommend it. If you haven't played it, go play it and enjoy yourselves. You dig? So, anyway, take it away, Sinister. Next topic.
All right, I think we're gonna be talking about football 27.
Yeah. College football.
Oh yes, college football. Oh yes. Now this one I did manage to get to play. And I mean, I can see some of the improvements they did over last year's version, but I was like, man, it's always cool that they brought the sports games back. But I mean, sooner or later, it's like it'd be nice for EA to get some competition, so that way, hey, so another will probably get out there. Just like, hey, make another college game, things like that. But anywho. I don't on this game. I mean, from what I get from it so far, I'm liking it. Gameplay wise, it's like, hey, especially got the robberies on there. I mean, because like I said, Bama, Auburn, Bama, LSU, of course, Texas and OU, Oklahoma's, things like that. So maybe a lot of times I like playing like those rivalry games and some rivalry games and things like that. But I mean, the presentation, I can see the up the ante on that sometimes, which is cool. The presentation, you got that model off of the Indiana coach since they won the title. But unfortunately, they beat my boys in real life. But anywho, but still, like the presentation, they're really up the ante of it. I mean, so far I'm loving everything about it. The gameplay, the presentation, things like that. What about you, Kano?
I know Sinister gonna have not Sinister. I know Kim Edgar gonna have a lot to say. So,
oh man,
yeah, that's why I saved you for last.
All right, though. So what I liked about college football 27 and what I didn't like about college football 27. I'm gonna start with what I don't like. I don't like the microtransactions that they implemented in the single player aspects of the offline mode. Especially on Road to Glory and Dynasty mode, they like on College Football 25 and 26, they didn't implement that at all. You dig what I'm saying? And then the people that like the XP sliders, they took that out of the game of College Football 27, which I actually liked, which it actually make me one of the top five quarterbacks when I get into the NFL draft when I play Madden, because Madden come out next month. But I think that was a lot of bullcrap in that sense. And then another thing that really caught me, there was a bug in the game, whereas after you finish up a game, the game just like it stays where it doesn't show you going into the next game or anything in that nature. It just keeps it as a blank screen, and then you have to stop the game to start it back up. You feel me? And then they show like the updates to everything. Then you'd be able to go into the next game, which I think is a bullcrap. And they did that to me a bunch of times. And to this day, they still haven't fixed that, and they need to really update that. Um, Another thing one of the things I do like about college football 27 is the teams and stuff like that. They do have teams, but they don't have every single college team on that game. Like if y'all heard of Nickel State University, they don't have that college football team. If you haven't heard of Gamble State or Gamble State, they don't have that team up there. You know what I'm saying? Even Southern University, the team, they don't have that, and they don't have the NYU basketball team. I mean, football team. I'm sorry. I gotta give myself a hell about that. But they didn't like it's certain teams, certain college football teams that they don't fully have on there. You know what I'm saying? Like I know outside of I know if you look at Mega's team, the Sooners, the Oklahoma Sooners, and then the Oklahoma, OSU. I'm sorry. Then they probably have some other teams that's in that state that they probably didn't show up. But like I'm saying to you, I feel like they need to add more teams to the game because I feel like it's more suitable. That's one thing I suggest they actually do for the college football 28. Another thing is too, I wish with Road to Glory they would actually have a real story mode, like really have some dialogue instead of just these text joints. And they kind of have repetitive text assignments that they want you to do. And I wish they would have did a better job in that sense and actually put objectives in the college football games. Like how you play in high school, they give you objectives to do. I wish they would have done that when you actually playing in the college football itself, because it would actually can help with your draft stock and stuff like that. And then you could definitely see there's a bug in the draft stock where you're supposed to be top 5, but you're still playing hella well, where you could be the number 1 pick, but they put your draft stock into like the mid first round. And I'm like, how is this? And I'm getting so many touchdowns and scoring so many points and getting so many yards and stuff like that. And I'm still in the mid first round, and I should be like either like not only in the top 5, but the number 1 draft pick. You did. And then in dynasty mode, the only thing I really don't like about it is again the microtransactions. Everything else to me, I feel like it's good, but I'm letting y'all know now it is a grind on dynasty mode. You really got to grind on that one. Road to Glory, you got to grind, but dynasty mode, you got to grind. But all in all, though, I do enjoy the game. It's actually it's pretty good game. It's not better than college football 26 to me like that, but it is a solid game. I know Mega about to do some pushback, and so you're gonna do some drop and give me 50 push-ups, and you're gonna do a whole bunch of stuff. You got a lot to say, so I already know him.
Yes, listen. I mean, you got respect it. I feel okay. So the thing that I don't like about 27 is definitely the microtransactions. Now, I will say this, that they've listened to the people, they listened to the gamers. They took the microtransactions out. I was not aware of the.
Hold on. Time out. My fault to cut you off. Hold on. Did you see that? Did you see it? Because like I said, I already checked. They didn't update it yet. They're probably updating it tomorrow, but like we didn't see it. It's over.
Yeah. No, that's what I was going to say is that like I did not know, because what I've been mostly playing is Ultimate Team. So and because I was wanting to wait for the main patch to come before I was going to jump on the Dynasty mode, because that is like my primary mode. So like I was just like, you know what, Road to Glory, I'm cool on Road to Glory, but I'm more into old school Ultimate Team, even though I know that the Ultimate Team and for the last few years on anything when it comes to EA or 2K is abysmal. But I wanted to get more of like, get some online play, get playing against online competition, see how the net code was, just get a feel of just like how the game felt. And then I was going to wait because what I want to do is play with a certain team in my Dynasty mode. It is Langston University. It's the only black university that's in Oklahoma that's older than OU and OSU. So I was waiting for that to be in the created space, and so that's why I didn't start on doing the Dynasty mode because I was thinking about maybe I might play with OSU or something like that. But anyway, so yeah, and then when I found out about the microtransactions in Dynasty mode and also into Road to Glory, I was like, what the hell? That's crazy! Like, not only you got all these microtransactions in Ultimate Team, now you implementing that's atrocious. But they finally sent down information yesterday that they are going to pull back and take the microtransactions out of Road to Glory and out of Dynasty mode, and they were going to put the fastest tier into I think into Road to Glory and maybe into into Dynasty mode. But I know that they're going to put that tier back where you could kind of get your XP quicker. So they will be bringing that in. So that's a positive. That is great. They listened to the gamers. Shout out to the gamers that complained about it because, like I said, if I played Dynasty mode, I would have sit there and started complaining about it to you and then waited until it was time to sit there and say something. But regardless, I feel personally, this is the best feeling college football that they've ever made. The animations, the tackles, there are some crazy animations that I've seen that I've not seen in 26 or 25. Yeah. I'm like, wow. And then the net code of playing online, it's fabulous. It feels real good. Of course, you still got to deal with a lot of sweaties, and especially if you play an Ultimate Team, like I'm like, how the hell did you already have, you already got like Emmitt Smith, you know what I'm saying? Like, how I've been grinding, and I mean, I got my Ultimate Team to like an 82. This person has like an 85, and they got like they got a couple of legendary like defensive and offensive play. I'm like, this is nuts, but that's neither here nor there. But like just the game animations, the online play feels real good. I don't really have too many negative things to say about the game itself. I think that they did a great job. Like you said, the presentation is fantastic. Yeah, and I love the fact that when you're creating your own team, I'm into that type of stuff. So like, you got all different types of jerseys you can work to make. You can now work on building a different stadium of your liking, even building kind of like the university into your image of what you want, which is dope. It's not as limited as it was in 26 to where you only had like, and 25 to where you only had a certain amount of like, you can only get like a school that would have 107 seats compared to like one that's like at 38,000 seats or something like that. Cause I wanted Langston to be in between, and you can do that also, and it's just like like I said, the one thing to me is just the animations. Another part is the quick option, which is basically if you got somebody that just want to no huddle, you could just tap two buttons and then just figure out, because most likely they're going to keep doing the same thing, and then you can implement a list of 10 things offensively and defensively of what you want to do. And especially defensively, it's just perfect to where you just press these two buttons and then that's it. You're knowing if this person wants to do the screen all the time, or they want to run, or they want to do a slot, they want to do a slant, you got it all locked up. And then if you're really quick with your finger work, you can sit there and change and kind of pinpoint every player or the couple of players you can before they snap, to make them, because the game kind of slows it down for you to make those changes, even when they're quick snapping, to where you can implement enough to counteract whatever they're trying to do, especially if they're no huddling. So I feel like that is probably one of the biggest and best features that they've ever brought into any football game, because you got, when you're dealing with sweaties like that online, you know that they're going to try to pull any kind of cheap tactic to try to win. So
believe me,
I think it's great.
Believe me, I understand that, because I deal with that a lot when I play NBA to run, man. Because I be seeing that all the time, and they be getting mad. And you can tell they be mad when I be hitting them threes.
Times I play NBA to run, but it's like that's all I do is just shoot threes just to get through it quicker. It's like, I mean, because barely. I mean, many of the times, like I get past the ball. It's like, hey, I see you wide open, pass it, and then like other times I get the shooter, they be all mad. So it's like, what's up, bro? This is a team game.
Right.
No, that's why I like to play knockout solo. I don't like to play with, like, if I'm not playing with K Mega or Sinister or anybody else that I know of want to be able to run. I would rather just like play knockout solo, where you control all three of the players, because like people that be on the team, they be over there wanting to they don't want to pass the ball, and they end up getting blocked all the time, and then they blame you for the loss. You know what I'm saying? So I'm cool on that. But that's
like the wreck, and that's like the wreck on 2K. Like it's nuts. Like you got somebody that want to just showboat, and then when they don't hit their shots, or when you want to, you like, man, I'm gonna take a shot, man. Come on now, I need to build up my character too. You know what I mean? So, or like if you're trying to just pass or try to just get any kind of XP, then you got that one ball hog that just wants to constantly just show out. And then, hell, we're down by 20. Okay, hey, man, it's time to pass the rock. It's time to give other people opportunities. I see this dude over here. He's over here hitting all greens. How about we pass the ball to him, feed it to him? You know what I'm saying? It's nuts. I definitely can see that in the run too. So
yeah, it's definitely like that. But one more question before we get out of here. You know what I'm saying? Like, outside of Grand Theft Auto 6, right? What is the one game that actually got you the most hype for the rest of this year?
I mean, I wouldn't say most hype, but I'm definitely looking forward to it. Is Minutia.
Got you. What about you, Megan?
Man, it's two games. It's the Exodus and
you gotta pick one. Pick one,
bro. Okay. I'm gonna half and half. Day of the Dawn Walker.
This dude here.
Hey man, they both okay. So just the Dawn Walker game. Yeah, the game that's from the old team that made The Witcher. That's the one. I can't wait. I can't wait, bro. I can't wait. I can't wait to get my hands on that game. I can't wait.
I got you. This dude here, bro. All right, the game for me, man. I'm gonna have to say, Renaissance, the Plague Tale, the prequel game. I definitely am looking forward to that. That game comes out next month, so I'm definitely excited about that game. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully, we get review codes and we can review the game for y'all. You know what I'm saying? I definitely want to play it for sure. But there's some good games, man, and I'm excited, man. Like I said, August, September. Yeah, but September is gonna be that month of buku games coming out, bro. Like September.
Well, that's a danger. Man, I mean, I still feel like August is a dangerous month too. But yes, September is deadly. That's a daily month for games, man. There's so many games that I want to play. It's stupid.
I mean, hey, don't forget October. Don't sleep with the October releases.
Yeah, I mean, it's from now all the way till what? Maybe December. I know that definitely November when Grand Theft Auto 6 dropped, but
that's where it's gonna stop. Is November when GTA 6 out. That's a wrap after.
That's a wrap. Yeah, there's nothing else after that for you, huh? Okay.
Nah,
I mean, not just me.
That's pretty much everybody. Yeah, but so
yeah, because everybody and their mama gonna be playing Grand Theft Auto 6. I know I'm playing Grand Theft Auto 6. I know
I'm playing too.
Yeah, but here's the kicker: is like, think about it. How many people would probably put in vacations, are probably gonna call in sick, or just put in their PTO and all that stuff?
Oh yeah.
I mean, because I'm like, come on, they done it with Madden. They're gonna do it with this game.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. Like, I mean, they've been waiting for what, 15, 16 years for this game? So, well, anyway, yeah, it's been what? Yeah, it's been about, it came out in 2013. So, yeah, it's been a minute, Jack. Yeah, so there will be people taking off work for sure.
And honestly, NBA 2K27 gonna be an afterthought, so nobody gonna be playing that. Yeah, I'm just.
I mean, it's still gonna get its sales, but I probably might wait until Black Friday.
Honestly, NBA, but honestly, the two. Yeah, I feel you. But honestly, the 2K series, like as far as NBA 2K, has been on a decline year on year when it comes to their sales because of microtransactions and all that bullcrap. But I'm gonna just say this here, right? Because we're about to get out of here. If to the people that's watching this podcast now, you know what I'm saying? Two things I'm gonna say. Y'all really gonna have to really tap into all these upcoming games that's coming out because it's about to be litty in the city. Because this week is gonna kind of be dry in gaming. So if I were y'all better go to y'all backlog and start playing y'all games ASAP. The games that y'all haven't beat. Because as soon as August hit, it's gonna be a wrap. Your backlog about to get deeper and deeper and deeper. Forget other gaming medias, man. Forget what y'all hear about those. Come join the gamer section. If y'all want some real gaming media, real truth, come to the gamer section. We cut no corners. We are unbiased. We tell it like it is.
No bias.
Exactly. So if y'all want some real gaming media, come to the gamer section. We don't go over here tell y'all no lies, and we don't fanboy over here. We play games. We enjoy games. Even though we do have our own preference and console of choice, you know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna sugarcoat it. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm an Xbox guy. I know K Mega, he's an Xbox guy. Sinister's an Xbox guy. But we play every platform, so we don't discriminate. But at the end of the day, if y'all want the truth, if y'all want a great gaming coverage, y'all want great gaming interviews, which we're getting back into very soon. We're gonna have a lot more interviews on the YouTube channel. So yeah, definitely stay tuned for that, man. Because it's litty in the city over here. We're on the road to 3,000 subs. We almost at 2,900. So man, y'all definitely stay tuned, man. And make sure y'all subscribe to K Mega's channel. That man got that My Thoughts. He got them Fight Night Sundays, which I think he's gonna have today. I don't know what game he's gonna play. You know what I'm saying? That's like an episode of Unsolved Mystery, so you never know what he's gonna play. You did.
It is true. It is true. I don't. Yeah. So.
And then not only that, me and the homie Silent, aka Andrew Tucker, where we're gonna be doing a gamer section after dark playing the Division 2. As well, while saying so there's gonna be simultaneously games that's gonna be playing through the gamer section with Gamer doing his thing and me and Sally doing our thing, and then we definitely gonna have a team collective community night. And I believe the game we're gonna be playing is Remnant 2, and I believe it's gonna be this Tuesday. So yeah, so y'all definitely stay tuned for that. I'm gonna have to go install it. I'm gonna go install it after this podcast. But anywho. We're gonna go ahead and get into the outros and also the documentaries coming soon. So y'all stay tuned for that, man. We'll let y'all know they're gonna do for that. But in the meantime, let's go into the outros, and we'll be back next week with another episode of the TheGamerSection podcast, where it's good in the city over here. You dig? And we appreciate everybody that's tuning in, that's tapping in with us, man. Make sure y'all spread the word, subscribe to the channel. Make sure y'all support what we're doing. You know what I'm saying? And we actually get W's over here. We're winners over here. We're dubs right here. But anywho, at the end of the day, we're gamers and we enjoy gaming. So anywho, Sinister, go ahead and give him the outros.
Hey, what's up, everyone? It's your boy Sinister. Yeah, you can follow me on my social medias. It's Sinister1019 on Instagram. It's on X/Twitter. It's Conshu19, and my YouTube channel is Sinister Tar Heel. Then hey, everything else is on there.
Facts. And K Mega Man, go ahead and give your outros where they can find you at.
All right, man, you can find me on my channel, KMega405. You can also find me on TikTok, also on Twitch at KMega405. Well, KMega405, and on Twitter, it's at KMega4. Yeah, man, just holler at me, say what's up, man. You catch me, you'll see me on the Xbox, you'll see me playing something. If not, you'll see me most likely playing off the Xbox app too. You know what I'm saying? So like if you want to reach me, you can. So we can do some gaming or just chit chat and do all that stuff, man. Let's have, saying just keep it gaming, keep it positive.
And what is this you say? You say we're just your regular gamers talking to intelligent gamers?
I'm just your regular gamer talking to the intelligent gamers. That's it.
Yeah, but Mega, aren't we intelligent gamers as well though?
Yeah, sometimes I can get a little ignorant, so I'll just sit there and just rather let the listeners be more intelligent than me sometimes.
So you get a little ratchet. Okay. Okay. Yeah, he from he's from OKC, but he be getting that Louisiana ratchetness, what I'm saying, from me at the time.
Listen to you,
So
listen to
that's
you,
what it
man.
is. But but anywho, man, we hope y'all enjoyed the show, man. I had fun, man. It's late in the sea. I know everybody in the panel had fun, man. And not only that, we're gonna try to have more guests on the show. So we're gonna be reaching out to people. So y'all definitely stay tuned, man. But until next time, make sure you like, share, comment, subscribe. Follow me on all my social medias at Real Kano. If you don't want to talk gaming with me, it's at Kano's Honest Gamer. And if y'all want to follow the latest news on GamerSection related stuff, everything's at TheGamerSection on social media. You know what I'm saying? And if y'all want to join up on the stream tonight on me and Saga's stream, is at GamerSection Media on Twitch. And then Fight Night Sundays on Mega's channel. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it will be in the description below. And until next time, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, peace.
Peace.
Choose your fighter. Like